Hey, I'm Makai Block with Limitless North, and I want to talk with you today about starting your dreams. Even if you're scared, even if you don't know where to go, you have this dream that you've held on to for so long. How do we take that and make it something that you can actually start on and begin to achieve right now? I want to talk with you about this idea of your dreams. How is it that you take something that you just hope for? You have this dream. We all have them. We all have these dreams in our heads that we just wish life could be like. And really they're wishes and they're wants, aren't they? They're a dream. They're something that is just ethereal and it's out here. It's nothing really concrete. We just kind of hold it and think, if only life could be like that. If only I could do this with my life. If only I could pursue that thing or have that girl or have that partner or whatever it is that you're focused on. If only my business could look like that. We have these dreams that are always escaping us and we're never actually going after them. How do we take those and make them something concrete that we're actually going to pursue and achieve in our lives? Because having a dream is great if it gives you vision for what your life should be like. But it doesn't do anything for you if you don't actually take action on that. And that's what I want to implore with you, is that you would take action on your dreams. You would turn them into actually concrete goals with physical action steps that you can take consistently, right? Because consistency is the key to success. If you don't realize that, watch my other videos talking about consistency and how it's so important for you to become successful. But consistency is the key to success. So how do we take a dream and make it a physical goal, something concrete that we can write out and define, and then break down into small action steps that we can actually begin to take action on consistently, day by day? You see, a successful life is nothing more than a consecutive conglomeration of successful days put together. So if you can take care of today and make today a successful day, and you can do the same tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, your life will take care of itself. You will have a successful life. But a successful life is being able to take your dreams and turn them into realities. So how do we go from wanting and wishing and hoping and praying to actually taking action on the things that we want? And I just want to make one point. I'm big on prayer. I'm a Christian. It's the most important part of my life. I trust God for everything, but I also understand that I have a role to play in the work that I am to do, and I have to be self-reliant on my abilities to do work. It's God's to provide the miracle of life, and I give Him that place, and I have to beg Him for that all the time, and I'm always praying. But I also realize that He's given me capabilities and potential and limitless ability to achieve, to go after my goals, to go after the things that He gives me and sets before me. And so, I want you to realize that you have a role to play in all this. So don't just want and wish and hope and pray. Go act and pray in the midst of that. And yeah, you can hope and you can dream in the midst of that, but you have to make sure that you're not just hoping and wishing and waiting and wanting. You have to take real action on your goals and dreams. So even if you're scared, even if you have this dream, I want you to ask yourself right now and define it for yourself. What is that dream that you hope your life looks like? What is that one thing that's been nagging at you for so long that you think about before you go to sleep? What's that thing on your mind that you know you need to pursue because you want it so bad? And yet maybe you're so afraid, so terrified, you're so uninformed, you don't know where to go from here, and so you never actually take action on it. You never pursue that dream. You just let it sit there taunting you and tempting you and just terrorizing you every night, every day. You're breathing it. You're so frustrated because you can't get there, but you want it so bad. What is that thing for you? For me, it's working on my clothing company. It's making it an incredible brand. I own Elevated Clothing. Most of you guys know that if you've been watching this channel. I just want to see it take over the world, and so I have these dreams for it, but I'm actually pursuing them because I've learned to take action on my dreams and turn them into goals. Another thing is Limitless North. It's this channel, it's these information products, it's teaching you success, it's teaching you all of the things that have made me successful along my journey and have changed my life around it. I want so bad to teach you how to be successful. And so I think about that, and I lie awake at night sometimes and I dream about just making that available to so many people and impacting thousands and millions of people by it. And so how do I turn that into an actual goal? And so I want you to define for yourself right now in this video, pause it if you have to, get out a pen and a pad and think about it. But what is that dream that's in your head that's haunting you? Write that out and define it, because when we can define our dreams, we can actually begin to achieve our dreams. So the first step is to define it, to write it out, to clarify what is it that you want out of your life. It could be huge. It could be starting a business. It could be moving somewhere, getting out of the place that you're currently at. It could be changing your health, changing your eating habits, changing your diet. It could be something as simple as finding a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a partner. It could be something like getting a new vehicle or experiencing an adventure in your life. But these things will be on our hearts and we'll know what they are, and so we need to define them. So I encourage you to write it out very clearly. What is that thing for you? And once you define it, what we're going to do next is look at it and begin to break it down into smaller elements. So what would it take to actually achieve that? What are some of the things that you would need in your life, you would need to happen in order to actually begin to achieve that dream and see it become a reality? Chances are you have 5 or 6 or 10 things that immediately flood into your head and you think, these are steps that I would have to take. I don't want you to think about steps that you could take. I want you to think about steps that you would have to take in order to see that become a reality. Make more money? Okay, great. I don't know how to do that. Don't worry about that. Just write it down. I have to make more money if I want to go on this big trip to Europe. If I want to go backpacking in Europe, I have to have a certain amount of money set aside. I'd have to buy a backpack. I'd have to plan out a route. I'd have to know where I want to go. Things like that. If it's starting a business, well, I'd have to have my product. I'd have to start doing this, just for me, for clothing company stuff. I've been doing it since I was 16, but okay, I need to have a website. I need to have product. I need to have designs that I know I want to make. So I maybe need to narrow it down to 5 or 10 really amazing designs that I want to put into production. Then I'd have to find a screen printing or a clothing manufacturing shop where I could get these things made. Okay, what else is there? So just start listing all these giant steps that would have to happen in order for you to actually be able to achieve that dream. Okay, next, what I want you to do, and I want you doing this as you're watching the video, just pause the video and write these things out in your notebook or on a piece of paper and focus in on them and really take the time to do this. It will change your life if you learn how to take your dreams and your wants and your wishes and turn them into reality and turn them into real goals that you can pursue and achieve, okay? So I want you to write out those things, those big steps. And now what we're going to do is look at each one of those individually. Okay, so you should have your dream here, and then you should have each one of your steps horizontally here, and then we're going to break them down vertically. What are the actual steps that I would need to do to get that step taken care of, to get this next step taken care of, to get this next step taken care of? There should be 5 or 10 or 15 little action steps you can actually take that make this step much less daunting, much more able to be achieved and to be attained. So if it's saving money, well, okay, I don't know how to save $5,000 right now, but if I start saving $10 a week, I can do that. I can open up a bank account for it, or I can start a little stash somewhere. That's one of your action steps. Find a place to put that money. Next action step, start saving $10 a week. Maybe by week 3, bump it up to $15 a week, bump it up to $20 a week, whatever it is. But you have these little action steps that you can begin to start doing. And so when you break your dream down into big steps and then smaller action steps, and then their smallest possible components, I want you to take all those steps and break them down as far as you possibly can into the littlest possible steps that you can take to begin achieving that. And you may not know the entire path. It may not be fully laid out before you, but you will know 5 or 6 or 10 steps that you can begin taking right now to begin pursuing this dream of yours, this goal of yours. And now it's a concrete thing that you've defined and you know you want and you know how you can pursue it. And so you're taking little steps day by day. Now what I want you to do is commit to taking one action step a day. If you can't do one a day, take one action step a week. But find something you can commit to and be consistent with it. As I said, consistency is the key to success, so you need to be consistent in what you do. But set a goal for yourself, set a timeline for yourself, and say, I will consistently do one action step every day, every week, whatever it is, every 2 weeks if it needs to be. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend doing it as consistently and quickly as possible, because these things should be so simple that you can do them every day. You can do something every day to advance yourself towards that goal. But once you've defined that for yourself and you've held yourself to it, and you have to really look yourself in the eye in the mirror and just say, I will do this. I owe it to myself. I am obligated to myself to do the things that will make me happy in life, to pursue my dreams, to be all that I can be, to live out my full potential, and to have incredible experiences that will enrich me and help me to enrich others. So you need to believe that first, and then you need to go do these things consistently, day by day. And what'll happen is, as you begin to do 5 or 6 of these steps, you're going to be stepping down a road. And just like in real life, when you walk somewhere, your vision or your visibility and your vision is only so far. But every step that you take, you can see a little bit farther down the road. And as you go a mile down the road, your view completely changes. You see something brand new that you didn't see before a mile back. And now you're going to see new ways to achieve your dream, to achieve that vision, that goal. And so I want you to write these things out. Every time you see a way to achieve it, I want you to write it out and then break it down into smallest possible steps, because your path will change as you go. As you advance, you'll see new ways and new things that you can do. So I want you to begin taking these steps and just start out with a small dream, a small goal, and test this process. And I promise you, this will make all the difference in your life. If you can learn to take your dreams and your desires and turn them into real achievable goals, your life will change. And if you can begin to take those action steps and stay consistent on them and actually achieve some of these goals in your life, you'll be unstoppable, because you'll realize, if I can do it with something small, I can do it with something big. And all that fear that's held you back your entire life from these things you really wanted disappears, and it dissipates, and it goes away. And now all of a sudden you're bold, you're courageous, you trust yourself, you have self-respect, you're reliant, you're confident, and you're going to move forward into these things that you truly want for and from your life. And you'll be able to add so much more value to the people around you and to your world. And so I challenge you, take your dream, write it out, clearly define it, break it down into action steps, make it a goal, and then start achieving those small steps towards there, and your life will change. So I hope this inspires you. I hope it encourages you. I really hope that you actually do this. Get out a notebook, go back through this video, watch it again, and start doing these processes. And then let me know how it goes. Let me know what your dreams are in the comments below. I want to know what you're working on. I want to know what obstacles you face. And I want to know what you're struggling with. And together, we will overcome those things. We'll encourage one another. We'll motivate one another. And we'll find real ways to get over these obstacles and become high achievers, motivated people, successful people that can get what they want out of life and can give other people what they want out of life as well. So thank you for watching. I'm Makai Block with Limitless North, and I will see you on the next one.